Good morning, traders. It's Merritt here with Apteros Trading, recapping the S&P and looking at what we think about today for the S&P. We'll start with yesterday, October 6th. So for those new to this, these were the levels that we put out before the pit session open. If you want to go get some proof of that, then go watch the prior video where we do this same thing, where we recap the prior day and then we talk about what's upcoming and what are the most important things and levels and trade opportunities for that day. So on this day yesterday, we talked about 42.85. Even put some stuff on Twitter about that. It was the last bastion of hope that this market could get absolutely silly, I think was the word that I used, if we got below there. A lot of people know I've been swing long this market, so that's kind of been my big picture view for, almost 2 weeks here. The all clear for bulls would be above this critical 43.60 bear zone. So those were the two main things. So we talked about you could get long from here, you could get short from here, and that's what contained this market. And then I put a tweet out midday about how this 43.12 level was getting weakened. Bulls were in control of the tape. All kinds of stuff. So cracked through there, some bullishness as we get above there, right? That's a bullish signal. And then we get to this important 43.45 level. We pull back to this neutral level and then into the close. What do you know? 43.60, right? Not 43.60 technically, but the bear zone that we have there. So that is critical, which leads us into the overnight session. Asia, Europe. You guys can use these DMIs as well. It's no wonder to see this market doing what it's done here, because these 43, 50s and whatnot, that was, have I been calling that 43.85 on this video? Now I'm confused. No. Oh man, I don't know what I've been saying. But anyways, I've been clicking and showing the right places. Maybe I feel like I've been saying the wrong prices or something. Anyways, hopefully we're all clear here. I apologize if I've screwed up. But anyways, get above red zone. We are bull. Thank you. All right, let me pause the video. I'll adjust some stuff for today, and we'll talk about it. All right, I'll go ahead and say it. I don't know. I just put out a tweet, maybe, I don't know, close to an hour ago, 40 minutes ago, something, about how I was peeling off some of my swing long. From my charts on a couple time frames, we've gone, I'm not going to say too far, too high, too fast, but we've gone very far, very fast. Let's put it that way. You never want to just say, oh, this is too high. It's got to go down. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying for me, as the risk reward landscape changes and a lot of the dynamic type references I'm using, this spot here as we hit this neutral reference, a confluent one at that, it just made sense for me to take off some to pay myself essentially for the risk that I've been taking, and above and below underwater on that risk, with an options position and whatnot, from much lower. So we've gone really far, really fast. It makes sense from a probabilistic perspective that this market could pull in a bit here today. Although it wouldn't surprise me if we just keep ripping, right? We've had this uncertainty, and it feels like now we've finally got some resolution. Who knows? Maybe that's the best place for an additional rug pull. You can't continue to think down that metagame lines because there is no answers, right? It's like, well, what is that? The Princess Bride? Well, if you knew I was going to do this, I knew, it never ends, okay? So use your tools. Use what's in front of you. And I'm being long-winded. What's in front of us here today? This is resistance we're hitting, okay? We've come a long ways up to hit it. We could certainly see one scenario today where we pull back to either of these two bull zones, okay? So that kind of still jives with everything I've been saying, where I feel like perhaps a pullback is due in this market Where could it go? Where could there be the next buying opportunity? 4360 is a great one. 4345, also great. Anywhere in that zone, actually. Big picture stuff here. So if we pull anywhere between 4360 and 4345, that's a spot where if you see your signal for entry, right? That's not what these videos are for. These videos frame context. If you understand context and where the most important levels are and where you should be leaning long or leaning short and where that's proven wrong, that's over half the battle. Well over half the battle. Anyone can go time some entries. The question is, how good are those entries in terms of getting you involved in what the market's actually trying to do? And that's what we're giving you here with these videos. Okay, so those are the main scenarios. A pull in, find a place to get long, and then look for fresh highs from there. What if these don't hold? What if these don't hold? Well, if these don't hold, that puts us right back into this wide-ranging lower area that we've been in for quite a while, where we've got support here in 4280s, and this was that, upper important area, general area that is, maybe a little higher, 4360, where we've been ranging. Big, wide rotations. So, honestly, if we start to hold below here, these lows have to be on the table again. And, below there, again, that's where things could get silly to the downside. So, what if we just keep going higher, right? Well, this is a great spot to watch. If we're able to just get up and hold above, call it 4,400, it's really more like 4,398. That's a spot where I'd be happy to go with good momentum and upside. And I'm going to be careful. I don't think I'm going to overstay my welcome. But as long as there's good energy and order flow behind it, I'm happy to participate. So there's some pretty good scenarios for you today. Let's go get them.